know that feeling of wanting to draw but not being able to? Or feeling so physically exhausted that the thought of even focusing on a drawing feels daunting? If you have a full-time job, responsibilities and bills, but you still want to balance making art and having a job at the same time, this video is for you. I'm going to share these 10 tips with you that have helped me to stay consistent in studying art while having a full-time job over the summer. Number 1, clean your desk or wherever you draw. I never really noticed how much a cluttered desk bothered me until I actually thought about the times where I wouldn't draw. And there would be a common denominator, which was a messy desk or a messy home in general. It's very hard to concentrate when you have random papers on your desk. Seeing this mess could stop you from drawing altogether. Or at least it does for me. Some people don't mind a mess, but me personally, when my desk is a mess or I can't find my favorite mechanical pencil, that right there could stop me from drawing. Cause then I start looking for the pencil and I get completely caught up on that. And if I can't find it, my focus shifts from, oh, I want to draw, to, oh my god, where's my pencil? So it's good to have your space prepared and your art supplies nearby. Number 2, choose days in the week where you could draw, aka turn it into a habit. If you have a busy schedule or a 9 to 5, finding time for learning art can be really hard, especially if you often feel physically exhausted after work. So what you need to do is to find a day where you're certain you won't work at all, or a day where you know your tasks at work won't get you too tired. For example, here's my schedule for the week. So since I have a lot of time before work, I choose to draw before work at around 11 or 12. The past few days I've been drawing barks and making small quick tutorials of them. I'm drawing them because I'm trying to experiment with drawing barks by yourself compared to drawing them at an atelier. So I draw a simple bark in the morning and that keeps me consistent. If I don't draw them during the day, I sometimes do in the evening after work because I know that I start at 4 p.m. the next day, so going to bed that late isn't that bad in this case. I also choose to draw during the weekend. If you make drawing during the weekend a habit, that could be a game changer for you. The hardest part about all of this is taking action. Make it a small habit. You don't have to start off by drawing every day directly, because chances are you'll fall off because you're putting this pressure on yourself to do it every day. So you can start with the weekend and then progressively add more days. This is kind of like working out. You need to adjust to this new habit, and then after getting used to it, you can add more days, just like you can add more reps to workouts. I hope that makes sense because habits take a long time to develop. At first, you'll probably feel like, oh my god, how am I gonna do this every weekend or like every day? But as time progresses, you're gonna get more and more used to it and it'll get way easier. And some days you'll need a break, which is totally fine, it's human. Number 3, set an alarm or a time frame where you have a specific time frame where you only make art. For me, this week, it was at around 11, 12 in the morning. You can decide that you want to draw, for example, for at least 30 minutes. You can start with that, and if you want to keep going, you just keep going. This time limit could even be only 10 minutes, but setting an alarm could help you know how long you're going to be drawing for. Number 4, draw without inspiration. Inspiration in itself is not something you can rely on. It can come while you're drawing or just not come at all. If you feel very uninspired to draw something creative, then use that lack of inspo to draw something that you find difficult, or watch a tutorial. I find that I never need inspiration to follow a tutorial or draw a master copy because the decisions have already been made by another artist and I'm just copying, and I can simply just copy them to improve my skill. Number 5, know why you want to draw. Whenever you go to work, there's motivation behind it. Whether it's paying the bills, having money in general, or providing for your family, you need that same reason for making art to make it easier. You need a purpose. For me, it's first of all because I want to improve and because I also want to inspire others. Number 6 is keep that creative spirit alive by reading books. You don't always have to just draw. Sometimes watching or reading about an artist or an artwork could really help you. It can help you to find new things to draw. This will fuel your creativity and can even inspire you. Number 7 is draw with somebody. If you have a friend who's also an artist, you can draw with that person. Or find someone here on YouTube who you can draw along with. It's sometimes nice to have company when you draw because having someone or a video of someone drawing with you can be really motivating. For example, when I'm at school, seeing my classmates draw on their drawings, it motivates me to draw mine as well. Tip number 8, change your environment. Sometimes sitting at the same old desk can be a bit boring. Maybe try going out to the park, or go out in nature and draw something from life. Or you could go to the park and draw people just walking by. Just try changing your setting. Tip number 9. I think this tip will be the one where you'll be able to squeeze as many drawings as possible into one day. The tip is keep a small sketchbook at hand. Like a really small one that can fit in your pocket. I think that if we have time to scroll on social media, we most likely have time to draw something quick. Don't shoot the messenger. It doesn't even have to be a good drawing. It can look a mess. It can be a drawing of somebody passing by, a dog, just whatever you come up with. But as long as you get the chance to draw something that feels fulfilling, that's the goal. And last but not least, it's important that you enjoy the process and chill out when you need to. What I mean by that is to make sure you're having fun while drawing, so that you don't have to rely on external motivation or inspiration to draw. I remember participating in Miles Johnston's Draw This in Your Style back in 2020. I didn't really have a clear idea on how I wanted my drawing to look, but I gave it a go, and this is how my drawing turned out. I wasn't planning on adding all of those things in the background until I actually started. And while drawing, I just noticed myself getting more and more into the drawing. So what you can say happened there was that I was inspired and motivated by Miles' Draw This in Your Style, but I got even more inspiration while drawing it since I was enjoying the process itself. It just felt natural for me to draw this, and that's what happens sometimes. You started drawing, and when you enjoy the process, you find it so much more fun and easier to keep going. So if you take something from this video, take this part with you. Make sure to enjoy the process. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. Mwah!